If we have a look at this dashboard, what you've got here is some information. For instance, you've got the gross profit margin, so you can see what the gross profit margin of the company is. Then you can see the net profit margin, and then you can see the sales, and it's showing it to you per month. So your gross profit margin, we've got from April through to February, and it's the percentages, and you can see how it fluctuates over that time. Your gross profit margin percentage, again, it's a percentage of what our returns are, and it's showing a little bit of a dip in September, and then you've got your sales amounts and showing a big increase in your February number. We've also got a number of ratios that are created from this. Your current ratio, you've got your current assets versus your current liabilities. Your total current assets is in the blue and your liabilities is in the orange. And then we got some liquidity, looking at our cash movements, and you can see that there's a massive spike over here when we have the huge amount of sales. These are the graphs that have all been put onto one so that we can have a look at this and see one snapshot of the company. Where does this data come from? It comes from the information that we've already accumulated. If I have a look, for instance, at our balance sheet, this is giving a whole lot of data around the balance sheet, and we're picking out a couple of these numbers specifically from the balance sheet. If we look at the cash flow, it gives us our cash flow situation, and we're taking the numbers from the cash flow. Our profit and loss, the numbers are taken from here as well. And here you can see in blue, we're looking at what's our gross profit margin. And we're looking at how this, rather than showing it in the numbers, how it's portrayed graphically. If we go back to our dashboard, this would be our gross profit percentage, and there's the information. We go to our net profit margin, and you can see there's that big dip, the 300%. If we go back to our dashboard, you'll be able to see that there's that big dip. For example, if we focus on this graph, which is talking about sales, you can see that we've got a little bit of an uptick in August and then a huge jump in February. If we go to the numbers behind this, you'll be able to see that when we look at our sales specifically, you can see those numbers reflected here. There's August, which is 300, which is or close on 400,000, which is a lot bigger than all the other numbers until we get to February, which is 900,000, much, much bigger than the others. When looking at these numbers, you can see them, but they don't jump out at you as much as they would when we show them graphically. So we're taking this over here, the sales numbers, and we're showing it in the dashboard. And when we have a look at it, you can see the sales figure, and you can see very clearly February is much bigger than August, and August is bigger than the rest of them. The graphic is allowing you to take the numbers and see it in a picture format. And as we've always said, a picture paints 1,000 words. So we're taking the numbers and showing them in picture format, rather than somebody having to scroll through all the numbers and try and understand it. This is where you can see it and you can understand what's happening in your business in one snapshot.